Alright. Hello, everybody. Welcome to a new stream. I hope y'all have been having a good day. I've had an okay day myself, but I'm hoping that everyone else here has had a good day. Woo. Today we're going to be doing another Pathfinder stream, and we are going to have a lot of fun. Everyone, this is Dwagon. Dwagon everyone. Sorry, a friend of mine just joined a server I mean for the Lancer game. We can talk PC thinking after my stream. Dwagon, this is everybody. Everybody, this is Dwagon. Why is that so fun for me to say? Alright. So, today, once again, it's just gonna be streaming some Pathfinder. Of course, Rice is a little busy. He promised a friend that he'd help him get a Touch of Malice. And if I remember correctly, and I just realized that I haven't done King's Fall, like, at all. It's the problem when you haven't touched, ugh. It's the problem when you haven't touched a game in, like, years, and, in, like, 2 years, and there's tons of content now. This is just, unfortunately, what happens. I wish it didn't happen, but it does. I'm trying to remember what we got yesterday in terms of gear. Protector of the Unjust. Oh yeah, that need to be evil, or at least not lawful good. Bombardier's vest. How have I not put this on you already? Really? You're my bomb guy. You throw the bombs. Why do you not have the Bombardier's vest on? People always ask me, why do you blow stuff up? It's because I'm the bomb guy. That's my thing. Bloodfire fever. Oh god, why the fuck do they have bloodfire fever?
What's that?
Ooh. More stuff?
In due time.
We got a few more things to take care of here before we properly move on.
That was easy.
Hold on. There we go.
You see that?
But take care of that, Octavia, if you would be a dear.
I did as you asked.
Thank you.
I'm there.
Oh, are all the trolls gone now? Are all the enemies gone now? Okay.
Done and done.
Oh god, I'm just thinking about a game of Pathfinder Kingmaker that I'm doing with a friend. It's on a bit of a hiatus at the moment due to scheduling BS.
I've broken a nail.
Hmm? Someone has added me. Hmm? Oh. Okay, that's a first.
I did as you asked.
That's a first in a while that you failed. Oh god, okay, that's worrying. That is very worrying. Guardy, I really do hope that your brother is alright. Like, you're going to ER, of course he's not, like, alright, but you get what I mean. I hope he ends up fine. So where the fuck is the entrance to this bitch? It's over here. It's over there. Oh, hey! At the ruined gates of Trobold, you see Jason walking alone. Seeing you, he waves his head. Hello, Borba. Why you come here? What are you doing here yourselves? Borba Jason lives here. Trollhold is no more. But stone walls still stand. Plenty of space, plenty of food and woods, plenty of time to think. Tell me about yourself. Him, another name before, like other troll. We hunting a Borba. Then Torek came, talked to trolls, explained how humans live. Jason not as smart as Tortok. But Jason saw humans live better. He didn't stop eating humans. Started washing his fur and brushed his fangs. The trolls say Jason, oh, it's crazy. Now other trolls say no more. Only Jason left. Poor guy. Farewell. You live a good life. You live yourself a good life, man. You deserve it.
You can count on me. I'm off.
Alright, let's head down. Actually, that's a little closer. That's not even a way out. Sorry, I ate right before the stream, and it's it's not like disagreeing with me, but it's definitely not agreeing.
I'm never wrong.
With the troll menace ended, all our woes were in the past, and there was nothing left endangering our young barony. As if the true hardships were yet to come.
Oh, that's not depressing. Hold on. Just for a moment, I need to bring him in. Because he wants to be shown this place. This is one of his companion quests. Also, a lot of companion quests are like really fun to do, but there's a few that aren't. Or at least I was very confused by and didn't really like. And like they're all really well made, no matter which way you look at it. They're all these companion quests are very well made. It's worse than I thought. Once his beard, his eyes are full of suffering. Dwarves, where are you now? Why did you leave this fortress and let it be defiled by monsters? Perhaps you were killed, and no one survived to tell your families of your fate. Kisses it to you. Now see, Crimson Red? This once proud fortress has fallen. All her inhabitants long gone. Death and oblivion waits every person at the end of their path. Soon you and I will reunite in the eternal happiness too. Emptiness too. Well, I don't look forward to... I'm not looking forward to the eternal emptiness just yet. Your ignorance changes nothing. You won't miss the end of the path anyway. My aim is to make you ready for that. With Gyros' will. Let's move. God of Dwarves is actually Torg from Borderlands. You're weak, or weak and pathetic. Not how could you? The gods of all dwarves, the great creator, being knocked down by a mere troll. Gods are not pathetic. Those who grovel at their feet and beg for charity, then cry when they receive no crumbs from the divine table, on the other hand. Also, how could the dwarves put their trust in you, a traitor god? How can you protect your people? You're incapable of defending even yourself. You confuse the reason with consequence. Torag's worshippers left this place. Their faith doesn't empower Torag anymore, so he has no need to protect his fortress. He opens his mouth to object, but apparently didn't find a good argument. He finally gives up and said, "You are so blind, Crimson Red." His own statue of Torag. What? His own statue. What does Torag have to do with it? You're wrong, Crimson Red. It's not just any statue. It's a symbol. Faith feeds the gods, just like food nourishes our mortal bodies. And a symbol of the faith are the channels through which the gods communicate with the faithful. He grimly looks at the pedestal where the statue used to stand. Only a stone of Torag's feet remain now. This symbol is destroyed, therefore Torag is weak, Crimson Red. If he could protect this place, he wouldn't allow such desolation to happen. The statue is ancient, easy to break. Don't see any hidden signs that there aren't any. You are blind. How could the statue possibly be destroyed if Torag was not protecting this place? How could dwarves perish if Torag cared about them? No, Crimson Red. This place is an anthem for oblivion, victory over weakness, victory granting us one over Torag. Like, I get his perspective, but, like, nihilism isn't exactly a good thing, dude. Like, Like, one of the main things I don't really like about Haran, is how negative he is. That's like the primary reason I don't like him. Just find him like way too negative for anything other than him just being negative, and I don't really like that. I am a nihilist person is not really good character in my opinion.
Follow if you dare.
But I do understand that this is just how his god expects of him. I understand that now. That's just what his god expects of him. But it still doesn't make what he says and does any better.
To victory!
Talking as if all life is meaningless. Which I do understand where he's coming from, and as a person who has lost his original faith and has gained another one. It's hard to explain. And as far as I can tell, not many other people like him, for the exact same reasons. To be honest, he's only really in the party just for me to be able to have him work some jobs.
I did as you asked.
Like, if he wasn't the only person that I know of that can be able to do a certain thing, he would have been out of the party. He would have been kicked out long ago. Like, his understanding of curses is actually really invaluable. And also, there's this part that I just hate.
Here. I'm always ready.
I actually remember when I first did this and how upsetting it made me. Must just been the wind. Also, a thing with me with Foundry. Oh, hello. An ancient anvil. Can it still work? I can't believe his own eyes. He reaches to the anvil, touches it with care. Fiery sparks flit dangerously close to his beard. It's beautiful. Dwarf smiles happily. You see, not everything's bad after all. The anvil's still operational. What do you say now? Pass the anvil gently, without any fear of its heat. Once, I dreamed of working with a furnace like this. Like that. I gave oaths to Torak that I'd craft hundreds of suits of armor, that my hammer would be tireless. Oh, that was so long ago. He averts his gaze from the fire and turns towards you. The very existence of this anvil is miraculous and unnatural. So much suffering and sorrow surrounds us, and yet, here, hope? It shouldn't be like that. It is wrong. Just wrong. Arm turns towards the ground, glares at the anvil with hate in his eyes, clenches his fist. Get me a strength, restore righteousness. A strong blow with the fist to the anvil's base. That that makes me mad. Harum, you just destroyed an ancient magical artifact that, to be honest, is... You destroyed an ancient magical artifact that was still operational even after hundreds, if possibly not thousands of years of disuse, and you destroy it. The glowing light dims for a moment. A dull rumble seems to start at the base of the anvil. The sound grounding steadily louder, and finally, with the whole room with a deafening roar, you could swear you hear the maddening laughter of Gutteros in his roaring, or maybe it was Harum's own laughter. The anvil triples and suddenly falls apart as they're trying to catch up with time, the rest of the fortress in its state. I don't want to be upset with you, my friend, but you are such an idiot. And twirls her fingers near her temple. That was awesome! When you learned to break cast iron with your bare hands, you're so strong. Why do you destroy this anvil? Doesn't Jonas encourage destruction now? Why do you destroy this anvil? Does Jotos encourage destruction now? I've always believed that Jotos does not destroy. He waits until the end comes to everything in this world. I've done what I had to do. This anvil should have been destroyed long ago. I just restored righteousness. Righteousness, yeah. I just restored righteousness. Aaron looks at you angrily, but his voice trembles with sorrow. I had to do it. It was so hard for me, Crimson Red. Almost as hard as living itself. Wipes the tears from his eyes. I shouldn't have come here. What I did. What did I expect to find besides decayed dust and ash? Forgive me, Crimson Red. Thank you for honoring my request and bringing me here, but now I wish to be left alone. Because my thought process with that is primarily that we could restore this fortress. But this fortress could have been restored, not only becoming a bastion for the kingdom, or the barony, but also becoming a major forge. Imagine the runecraft, and imagine the things that could be forged with a forge like that. An ancient dwarvish forge.
I'll take care of it.
One that probably hasn't been used in centuries.
Yes, I'm still here.
We should move.
And it's just gone now. Like it never existed. I don't know. That just seems wasteful to me. For now we return to the kingdom.
This will hurt. Their life ends here.
It's an average-sized pit bull.
Let us strike as one.
Valerie, you okay, hun?
Once a girl told me my eyes light up her world. I said that the blessing of Sarenrae will light up her soul. She seemed disappointed. Something bothering you?
Oh, dear Lord.
I need to catch my breath.
Alright, let's see what this is.
I'm not afraid.
Oh god! Manticores!
Oh, time to get some rest, isn't it?
Don't worry, we'll have some rest in a moment. Mom, I want some rest. We got rest at home. Home, honey. Rest at home. Ooh, wow, that was a good neck
May
pop.
we have a moment of respite?
Yeah, let's rest.
The more I travel, the more I'm sure. True nobleness is not inherited. Every other smug dimwit with a Marquess title has worse manners than his horse.
I mean, go on.
I need to catch my breath.
Time to get some rest, isn't it?
Hello. Valerie enters the throne room. Fiercely stabbing her heels into the floor, she approaches and stands right before you, staring with indignation. I would never have thought I'd commence my career as regent with such a case, but leader of a local gang is at your gates, and has brought a chest stuffed with stolen goods he wishes to share with you. To the new land of the stolen, new lord of the stolen lands. I insist that this impugnated man be immediately arrested and brought to justice. Your lands have a long and dark legacy. Your subjects fail to grasp that the time of cutthroats and extortions are over. Laws rule here, now and henceforth. You will not protect these bandits as a Stag Lord did. Rest his banner and clasp him in irons. The same fate awaits anyone like him. Okay, your orders with pleasure, Crimson Red. Yeah. Well, that's the first. That's what I didn't expect to be the first thing I get when I get home. Get home from killing those people. Mysterious weed. It's the weed, man! It's the weed! Start that. General. Trade agreement, I still need to earn enough GDP. Research into natural cause, the village. We don't have the position unlocked, unfortunately. regions. Ah, both are currently busy. Start the claims. Main thing is that we don't have enough funds. Alright. Oh, hello. A young dwarf in worn-out clothes shows up with a scroll of fine paper and an expensive seal. Greetings, my name is Dargon Wardash. I come to you, your grace, with a request, or more precisely, receive compensation. The Road of Shields used to run through your lands and was built, amongst others, by my ancestor, members of the Wardash clan. This means that they still own it. Even though they were driven from these lands according to all law, if the bandit takes my father's house and kills him, the house still belongs to me, so I've come for what's mine. Here, take a look. The scroll contains a list of expenses for building of the Road of Shields, an ancient trade route built centuries ago by dwarves of the Five Kings Mountains. Since the departure, the roads have deteriorated, thick grass has grown between the cobblestone, and as time, laying the stone, draining and cutting fire breaks, and so on, human people have lived for a long time on the lands that lawfully belong to my people, making free use of the fruits of everyone else's labor. Will you please pay for the work that my ancestors did? We demand compensation for those who are no longer able to collect. Do not ask for gold. It's better that you give me a house with a shop, which will cost as much as the sum in the scroll. You see, I'm a blacksmith, and I used to earn my living honestly, but I can't work without a shop. As soon as I get what's mine, I'll open the shop right away, then you'll at least have one decent blacksmith. Okay. Okay, Mr. Dwarf. Mr. Dwarf. You come into my house, into my barony. Now I understand. The lands on which my barony now resides were once your people's. That has been made very clear, and I very much do understand that. I very much do understand that that is a thing. That these are your people's lands in the past. As far as I know, at least in terms of the lore, your king, the Five Kings Kingdom, the Five Kings Mountains doesn't exist anymore. Actually, hold on, let me look that up. Oh wait, I'll just ask Rice later. But as far as I know, so, and all you're demanding is a shop and a shop and a house. Fine. You agree. Just like that. Seriously. I never thought I'd meet in this land of thieves a ruler who honored the law. You're truly a worthy leader. Well then, I guess I'll meet you when you satisfy my respects. Sir, you walk into my house! Demand things that are mine! I'm joking. I am so fucking joking. I don't have anyone who can research the scythe tree, unfortunately. And that actually makes me mad. I need Arcana. How do I gain Arcana? I have 8 Arcana. I have 8 of it. I don't have any idea how to use it. I have no idea how to use it, that's for damn sure. Oh, hey, storyteller. I have something for you. I brought some relics. Oh, man. Alright, symbol of Torag. Children of stone wear such pendants, protective talismans. I would such as these. Some more Dryad coins, a few dog tags. Tell me the story of the singing anvil. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Alright, thanks. Let's continue. Yeah, Bronze Shield Fortress is silent sleep, save for a blinking of a single bonfire. No one knows of the blasphemy about to commit in the heart of the fortress. Push down the door, the smithy, and I fear the door squeals of protest will wake everyone. But silence quickly returns, so I take a step inside. I stoke the fires and don my smoke-smeared apron. Long have I dreamt of the anvil. It calls to me, and a lowering voice captivates me. The first stroke. Wrong. When did I make a mistake? The anvil. It won't sing. It moaned under my hammer. Instead of sweet music, I heard cries of pain begging me to stop. I clenched my teeth and struck again and again and again. I will make it work. It will sing for me, even if I must torture it to do so. Moans of the anvil become a monstrous rumble I can't stop. The smithy doors swing open and Master Danzo stands before me. Disheveled and furious, he screams and curses at me, but I do not hear them. The metal of my work crumbles under my handle, and I can't see it. My eyes are blinded by tears. Jesus Christ. What happened to the anvil after that? What happened to him? He left. Hung his apron on the hook and tossed away his hammer and tongs. Left Bronze Shield Fortress. Deep into it, his heart knew was right all along. Sam would never create a masterpiece. Hard work is a poor substitute for inspired talent. Hung turned his eyes to Dunsker. Her deity, very limited followers amongst the surface-dwelling people of Golarion. It makes it sufficient toil leads to eventual success. Huh. Huh. The god of the dark dwarves accepted his new follower. He gave him shelter and provided him with unceasing tiresome work that required no talent but endless routine. He crafted weapons for the Danger army. Nobody accepted masterpieces of him. He soon forgot all about the searing palm. Master Deref. Blasphemy he committed, and it seems to me that there, the dark tunnel serving, I found happiness. Thank you. That was quite the amazing story. Actually, hold on. I need to quickly enter. I need to build this guy's thing, I think. Let's put a shrine here. Yeah. Do I even have the ability to place a windmill? No, I don't. Wait, I already do. I already have a windmill. It makes sense to put down a granary. Or a granary. Alrighty then. Alright. So I can't research the scythe tree yet. That makes me disappointed, but what can you do? So it's the main square. I'm gonna be going dungeon delving. For sure. Yeah, head over to that dungeon, I'm gonna do it. Okay, I will be right back, everyone. I need to go use the bathroom. Hey! That boy! That boy, what are you doing? The trunk has escaped! Alright, I have returned, and I just found out how bad the new Velma show is. I haven't watched it yet. I don't plan on watching it because that show, from what I saw, alright, I watched the trailer. I decided to sit down and try to watch the first episode of it, and I couldn't. I could not sit down and watch that show. And you want to know what I just recently found out about the new about the Velma show? That they turned Scooby-Doo into a woman that beats Shaggy! Scooby-Doo is no longer a talking dog! Alright? Scooby-Doo is now a woman, a human woman, who dates Shaggy and is also a food reviewer! What the fuck is going on? Like, I understand you don't have to give, like, the Scooby-Doo that I remember from my childhood, or that I grew up with. But what the actual hell? Apparently, according to the writers and, like, animators and all that shit, they thought a talking dog would be too comedic, for what they were trying to write. And I'm just sitting here like, Scooby-Doo's a comedy? I'm sorry. I'm just sitting here trying to process all the fucking information that I have right now of the Velma show, or Velma, or whatever the fuck they're calling it. Alright, I'm just sitting here with this knowledge that feels like it should be forbidden. This feels like forbidden knowledge that I don't fucking know. I like to see your goods, man. I'm just gonna be offloading all my shit onto you as I'm going on a rant about what the fuck. So that's my primary thing of looking at Scooby-Doo right now. Is, okay, what the fuck are you guys doing? Yeah, I'm just sitting here looking at this information. I was already skeptical about this show because of the new designs. Like, granted, I'm willing to try out new designs for characters that have existed for a while. I'm willing to see new designs because you never know when a new design will actually work a lot better than old design. So long as it's faithful to the original in my mind, I don't mind new designs. But these new designs for the Scooby-Doo crew are horrible. Like, full on, just... I just look at these designs and wonder, who the fuck designed these? Where is their house? Is immediately where my thought process is, where the fuck is these fuckers' location? Because I'm just sitting here looking at the shit, wondering, thinking, okay, yeah, no, this is the worst fucking timeline ever. We are legitimately in the worst timeline, and it actually makes me sad. The thing is that, like, specifically, like, I really do like Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo is a thing that I grew up with for a long time. And it's something that I've loved for a long time with all my heart. With over the years, with me even watching not only the old original series, but also watching newer versions of the show, and even checking out some of the weird, obscure parts of Scooby-Doo. Now, take that in. I am willing, more than willing actually, to sit down and enjoy a different version of a show that I love. Alright? Just keep that in mind. From everything that I have seen from not only the first episode, but also the second episode of Velma, I am legitimately wondering what kind of crack are these writers on, and where can I get some? Because I am unbelievably impressed with how bad this show is. It's just... I'm just sitting here wondering, like, what kind of series of unfortunate events led to this? What series of unfortunate events led not only to us discovering not only led to this entire last, like, 2 years roughly, like, no, 3 years at this point, Jesus Christ, this last 3 years, alright? And on top of all that, this year just already being weird as all hell, such as D&D killing itself. Yeah! Now, I'm not against, like, the thing is that WotC or Wizards of the Coast is pulling a GW trying to get more money, and they're going after the third-party developers. You know, the people basically responsible for a majority of the game's popularity. Yeah! That's gonna go over well. I just really do wonder what was going through their heads when they designed that. I legitimately want to know what was going through their heads at the time. Because I swear it will... Anyways. So, one thing I will say, that I would love for a Scooby-Doo series. Not something new, not something we've never seen before, not something like, oh, we've never seen something like this before. Ooh. No. Why don't we go back to a series that we know people liked? For Scooby-Doo. A series that I enjoyed, and a lot of people also enjoyed as well. Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated. You know, that cartoon. It was on Cartoon Network for, like, what, 2 years? That version of Scooby-Doo on Cartoon Network that was actually really good. Had a full, like, I think 2 or 3 season runtime. And in my opinion, was brilliantly written. Like, yeah, it got a little weird, but all Scooby-Doo gets weird. Like, a lot of the time we're expected to believe a little guy is able to fit in a Fat Man costume. Or a lot of the time we're led to believe that a fat guy can squeeze into a tiny ass costume. Like, just think about that. Fuck, this game is weird. This year's just been weird. Hello, you're a wagon! The silver dragon stares at you for a long time, unblinking. Maybe it's just a trick of the light, but you think you see a heavy mercury teardrop roll from its pearly eye. You have answered my call, protector of Galorion. I will have you know, no one has ever returned from these caves alive. Many valiant heroes before you have sacrificed their lives to bring victory one step closer. I have not forgotten their feats. No, nor will I forget yours. Who are you? What do you want to know? I will hide nothing from you. Who are you? I am Xerex, Zelrian, loyal servant of Aspir. Thousands of years ago, my god appointed me to watch over this place. Where deep in the depths, there hides a great evil. I knew it once the repulsive smell of the beast, rogue beast, the great destroyer, and the world breaker, destroy creation, other gods. Isn't in a state of torpor somewhere deep within Galarion. Increasingly restless shriekings are taken by many to be cause of activity and earthquakes. His worshippers are known for embodying the gods in over destruction, disaster, and wrath. But it took me centuries to locate the egg that he left. All this time, I stood guard here, looking for a way to destroy the spawn before it hatched and brought immeasurable suffering to those who dwelt in this land. Asper, who's that? Cast a really skyward glance. Oh, Asper. He is more ancient than all the gods whose names you know. He is the maker of all, who stands at the origin of the multiverse. Few mortals remember him. We metallic dragons still praise him in our prayers. Is it just me, or are you really sad? So many heroes have passed here. Noble souls of Galarion, selfless protectors of their homeland, ready to sacrifice their lives to save it from the spawn of the beast. I remember each and every one, striding fearlessly down into the darkness, but none of them have returned, and it's all my fault. Moses' head. True repentance can be heard in his thunderous voice. I made a mistake, and they paid dearly for it. You see, I never understood the true nature of the monster. For many years, I and the heroes who answered my call would wandered these dungeons, thinking the monster's lava was the greatest threat. But only when I found the egg and touched its shell did I realize the spawn had turned into the entire dungeon into its nest. Madness, mortal. Darkness, madness are the monster's sword and shield. Its food and material that it shall be made of. The heroes I summoned here descended into madness. They lost their minds, and the spawn of the beast fed upon their sanity. Somehow, I avoided the same fate. They went down into the darkness, driven by noblest of intentions, rewarded only with eternal torment. What are you doing here? I am guarding the spawn of Gorgoth. That sleeps in the caves beneath us. I summoned heroes to try to defeat it. It was a long and joyless vigil, but I believe that it will one day be over. Perhaps you are the hero who will finally achieve this long-awaited victory? Thank you for the answers. What feats do you expect of me? An egg laid in the abominable Rigoroth has cursed this dungeon for thousands of years. The larvae of the beast have destroyed half of the river kingdoms if it hatched. The shell that surrounds it is a labyrinth of darkness and madness, had by thousands of its former victims. Hundreds of heroes perished as they sought a way through it. But now I am here, and the egg know where the egg is. The path is most clear, almost. It blocks the way to the monster. Oh, it's the saddest and scariest part. The spawn of the beast fed on nightmares, and its very shell is made of madness. The caves surrounding are filled with insanity. It flooded them with oceans of darkness which distort the very nature of the multiverse. Heroes who approach grow mad and perish in great suffering. This gives the egg its strength. The monster feeds on their terror and panic. Neither alive nor dead, but tormented eternally by the worst nightmares. These brave heroes still wander the labyrinth. Find and destroy four of the Earth's strongest, and the power of the beast's madness will weaken. Then, I'll be able to crack open the shell. We must destroy the monster before it hatches and grows stronger. The fallen princess, the wary traveler, the wicked cantor, and the captor. And his horrifying slave. Whatever unto them peace, and path will be the enemy will be opened. What can you tell me of the fallen priestess? Her name is Tino Shimaka. Shima. She led a party of adventurers here, the noblest heroes and the truest friends. Together they defeated many foes. But they never faced anything like this. Once served Misha. Then, this brave and wise woman recognized how disgusting her patron was, gathering the strength to leave her service, finding shelter in the hands of Tisman. Lastly, she called the Mistress of Insanity for a reason. Laban tricked Toko's mind and stole from her Dementia's protections. Then next her reason failed, she returned to Lumunia and sacrificed her friends to her cruel mistress one by one. Her son she has looked in the depths, seeking new gifts for her mistress. Alas, the last embers of good in her soul have long faded. She has become a monster, and the beast consumed her utterly. I see. I have needed some supplies, of course, but forgive me, my treasures are not endless. I cannot provide you with free supplies. If you require aid of a priest, select a scroll, and I will read it for you. Be careful. Down in the labyrinth, you are on your own. Do not go into depths without a servant or higher forces in your party. Alright. Let's see what we got. Hold on. Let me double check what Mithril does. Kingmaker. Well, more than like steel. Oh, it's treated as one class lighter. Huh. I think I'll stick with adamantine because of the damage reduction it gives. Yeah, fireball. Right. Hmm? There appears to be a skeleton here. Obviously covered in names with long forgotten heroes. This place is weirdly sad, but at the same time hopeful. And so taking on you. I actually think this party would actually do pretty well. Honest guy. A bulky fellow with a shaved head studies you closely, paying special attention to your equipment. He grins. Hello, friends. Do you want to look your finest and the best wares and the fairest prices? Sure. What you got? Leather 2. Standard stuff, really. Ooh, false life. That's actually pretty good. Not right now. So I'm going to be making a hard save right here. For this, I'm going to be going in completely blind until Rice is able to do one of these sessions with me. I'm going to be going as far as I can into this thing. Okay. This is a interesting looking place. Oh, it's a were-rat.
To arms!
Oh god, he has an army of rats! Oh god!
This strike, my masterpiece!
It actually was this bad as I thought it'd be.
I'm off.
I just saw the swarms of rats and thought, oh no! I definitely overreacted there, but still.
I found something.
Oh, there's a door.
Done and done.
I believe I found something.
I did as you asked.
I shall end this suffering.
Oh no.
I'm listening.
I'm there.
What's that? I'm listening. Running won't help you!
Oh, God.